Whose phone? Somebody leave their phone up here. Is this yours,
I
sir?
think he did.
You?
I think it was his.
Okay.
So your phone?
Is this your phone? All right. Do we need a countdown, Thomas?
We're good, yeah.
Okay. All right. Call this meeting to order for the Central Region Town Hall for July 14th, 2025. Roll call.
Couldn't speak directly in your mic.
That was pretty close.
There you go, yeah,
Yeah, okay, I don't want to eat it. All right, Chair Becky Schwinger, I'm here. Vice Chair Austin Pratt.
I'm here.
Recorder Atlas Pearson.
Here.
And member John Carlson is absent, and member Jacob Blue. All right, item number number two, our consent agenda approval of the April 14th, 2025 regular meeting minutes and the approval of the May 12th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Okay, so item number 3, discussion and possible action, including acceptance of an update from Vice Chair Austin Pratt regarding the District 3 MAC Alliance, also known as the D3 Super MAC.
Hi, everyone. So we have a survey out. I believe I gave some information about this last month. This is the link to that survey. It is basically asking your opinion on how we should, as a Super MAC, address specific district-wide needs. And it is closing, I believe, as early as next week. So if you can follow the link attached to this on the item on the agenda here and complete that survey for us. The more input we have from community members of Lucerne, the more we can specifically kind of direct those energies to things that we agree on throughout the district. That said, I did have a different also item to bring out that it's with regards to the Super MAC. There is a new trails park that's being in, I think, the planning stages now with Konocti Regional Trails and County Parks. It would be in the Rodman Slough area, as you specifically around the Nice Lucerne cutoff would be what are known as the trailheads. So that's where you would enter this trail. I myself helped hike some of it about a month ago just to kind of get an idea of its location. I don't currently have a timeline on its opening, but it should be coming up shortly. The Redbud Audubon Society wrote a very lovely letter to the county in support of that, but I don't have it here to read. Other than that, that's all I had.
All right, thank you. Okay, so item number 4, discussion and possible action, including acceptance of an update from Lake County Public Services Department. Oh, that's you, all right. The microphone's right there, if you don't mind stepping up there and speaking.
You will have to turn it on. There's a button on the back there on the top.
Is that on? Yeah.
And just tilt it down. There you go.
Okay. Am I just giving a general update, or were there questions?
There might be a little bit of both. If you could
Okay.
please just, since I couldn't introduce you, since I don't have your name, if you
I'm
could.
Katie Galvani. I'm the Deputy Director for Public Services, and I'm Finance and Admin. So I will answer your questions the best I can, and otherwise we'll get back to you with answers. Some.
Stand a little closer to the mic. There you go.
Yep.
And it tilts down. So there you go. Perfect.
Okay. Some updates I have. As you know, the dredging is done at Lucerne Harbor. We are now entering into contract for 2 new docks, 40 by 8 foot docks at the harbor to give some more space over there. We have started painting the bathrooms at Lucerne Harbor, and we are at Alpine. We're working with the Thule relocation program through Water Resources. There was just a slight delay because of somebody leaving and somebody else taking over, but we're in the process of working on that to open up some of that shoreline. And that's about it for right now. The guys are working on maintenance. We're done with some of the grants we had, so no more improvements right at the moment, except for the ones we have contracts with. So now they're just working on getting everything looking great for the visitors.
Yeah, if you have questions, if you don't mind asking or answering them.
So did you say you're working on having the tules removed in the swim area?
Yes. We can't, it's not us, we can't just physically go in and move them. We have to go through Department of Water Resources for the lake bed. And so there's a Thule relocation program that we are going through right now to appropriately move them so we're not damaging anything. Yeah. Yes.
My question is on the...
Is it okay if you guys just pass the mic? Do we have people on Zoom too? Yeah.
They're not hearing us.
So whoever's answering or asking the question, if you could just ask in the mic and then just share.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good evening, Tom Lasik. Just a question on a follow-up on the docks. What's the timeline for those to be put in place and be finished?
The plan is for them to start in October and then be done by the end of November.
Will those be going to the west of the current docks?
Yes, east to west at the end of the current docks.
Okay. So it's in addition.
90, yes. Yep.
So you said there'll be 90 degrees to
Randy,
the...
yeah.
So more like boat slips almost?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
They'll be driving 2 piles and attaching 2 floating docks, but they don't anticipate any problems, and it should be very, very quick.
Great.
It's very cool.
Another question over here? Oh, Dan?
Along with the tules, there's a lot of debris in Alpine Park, and also at the far end of town across from the Rivieras, there's a lot of debris. Is there any plans to clean that up?
Is that around Davis Beach?
Yes.
I will get back to you on that.
Okay. And how about along the shoreline at Alpine Park? Is there any plans to clean up the brush that's growing along the shoreline there?
Yes. That's
When-
part of the maintenance. There's some of the maintenance stuff that was not put off, but just we were working on improvements, and so they're trying to get around and get all that squared away now.
Any other questions?
I would just ask, when they do clean those up,
If they can't hear us.
when they do clean those areas up, is there any plans to wait until the winter where the water's down so they can kind of clean up the floor off?
I will take that back to them. It's not a bad idea.
So we can go with bare feet.
They did do out at Lakeside County Park last winter, and it looks great. So,
Yeah, the lake's still relatively high, which is nice. It's like 5.88 feet, I think, when I looked today.
yeah.
Anybody else have any other questions? All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, item number 5, discussion and possible action including Lake County's zero-emission vehicle infrastructure plan. So does somebody have an update on that? Is that you, Austin?
I only had received the email, and basically, much like the community survey, this is for the transportation plan as it directly relates to zero-emission vehicles, so electronic EV vehicle charger stations. This survey would implicate where those would go in the future here in our town. So if you look at our agenda item, the first is a description of that, and the second is the actual link information to that survey. It is, let's see if I can read it all. Yeah, it is lakeapc.org/lake-county-0-emission-vehicle-infrastructure-plan/. And yeah, I'm actually not sure the closeout of that, but please do check that out and help us plan for the EV future of Lucerne.
All right, thank you. Supervisor Crandall for item number 6 had a family emergency, so he had to leave. I don't think I've received, he was going to send me something if he could. I know he said that the budget was completed and he didn't have, I mean, he had a list, but unfortunately wasn't able to pass it on to me. So we'll have to get an update from him next time. He said there wasn't a whole lot as far as anything of importance to pass on. He did say that they hired a public health officer, so we do have that. And I think they're looking for a public services director, or public works director, I'm sorry. And I think that's the extent of kind of what I got from him. So item number 7 is public comment. A citizen has up to 3 minutes to provide input on any item not appearing on the agenda. These items can often be further discussed on a future agenda if the Surf Council agrees to add it for a future item. Are there any public comments? Go ahead, Dan. Can you step up to the mic? I think it's off.
Tap the button in the back.
Okay. I was still hoping that we could get someone from the mussel program to explain how the mussels are going to be kept out of the lake with the program that they have in effect right now. That's one thing. The other thing is I was over at Konocti Harbor a couple of weeks ago. I took my boat over there, and I was hoping to see that they had docks put in like they had previously. And so far there's no docks other than the docks where the fueling station is. So I was able to tie up there, and I went up to the store and I asked the person that was operating the store why they hadn't put docks in yet. And he told me that they have the docks. They are ready to install. They've actually had a barge there ready to install the docks. However, the county stopped them because there was fish spawning in the area. And I was just thinking about how ridiculous that all sounds, because if the fish are scared away, they will come back. That's not going to keep them from spawning. We have someone that's willing to invest millions of dollars to help tourism and help Lake County, and they can't even put in docks because there's fish spawning. And I find that a little bit ridiculous. I was hoping that EJ would be here to comment on that, because as far as I'm concerned, him and the rest of the supervisors ought to be ashamed of themselves for not letting those docks be installed at Konocti. If anyone has ever chased a feral cat out of their yard, I'm sure you'll find that by the time you turn your back, the cat is back, and it certainly wouldn't keep them from breeding, and I feel that's the same situation with the fish. If they were scared away, they would eventually come back. So yet, we can't have docks at Konocti, but we can have 3 pot stores in Lucerne. There's just something really terribly wrong with the way this county is run.
Thank you. Can you put the request DWR for next month's meeting?
I can make a note here.
We do have a comment on Zoom, Epicenter at SBC. You can go ahead and try and enable. Yes.
Yeah, I want you to know I've had my hand raised way back early in the agenda.
Betsy, it's very hard to monitor the speakers, what's going on in the room, and audio as well, and then I'm trying to run the Zoom, and so I do apologize, and I let you know that chat is enabled, so not all the time does the sound and everything work dreamlike for this portable, mobile Zoom. I can't do anything about that. I am the one that runs the Zoom. My name is Thomas DeWalt. I do the very best that I can.
In,
Thomas, I have been texting you about the problems with the microphones. Other people on the chat have said that there's a problem with the microphones.
okay. Can you find out what was her comment under which item?
What is your comment, please?
So I'm commenting that we can't participate in the meeting because
Okay, that's not on the agenda, so we're working on the agenda right now.
We aren't. This is public comments on it.
It's
Public
public
comment,
comment.
okay.
She can tell us.
I just made my comment. I would like to know, I will email Austin and ask him about the District 3. It's not a super map, it's an alliance, it's called. But I'll communicate with Austin separately. But this is, I'm sorry to be cranky, but this is not participatory if we can't hear the speakers. And in the chat, you will see numerous comments about the problems with being able to hear the speakers. So if in the chat, that would be something to respond to. Anyway, thank you. I'm just being quick now.
Okay, is there any other comments or anybody in Zoom? All right. Anybody else have any other public comments?
Mine is concerning Laurel Dell Drive in the Second Riviera. That's been there forever, but when it was put there, was put wrong. Currently, it needs a little work on it to help the water flow better, so it doesn't get stagnated in the middle of the street, across streets. Cars can't navigate around. It's gravel. Right now, you wash your car, got to wash it tomorrow because of the dust. And the side street is Hendricks. And on one side of Hendricks, they have a dip sign to warn people of dips. On the other side of Hendricks, they have nothing. And we have young future cross-country children on their bikes, motorized bikes, traveling at fairly unsafe speeds across that, and cars too. So not only do we have a pollution, the houses constantly get covered with dust. I cleaned my roof off the other day so I could get better electricity. And this has been going on for quite a while. And I actually had a discussion about this probably a year ago in this very room when a supervisor was here, and I haven't heard anything from him. So if there's any way we can get something going to look at this and fix it, it would be a lot of people would be happy, because there's about 3 side streets that use this road to their home, because they don't have a direct one. They come in Laurel Dell, and they come in Lower Dell pretty fast too. And now if we could get this fixed, make it a little deeper across Hendricks, so it's a dip now, kids are going to slow down, cars are going to slow down, and the water and all the mud's going to go where it's supposed to go. And then it's just a matter of digging it out of the trench. They have a big thing there. So if that could somehow be put on
We
put
can
on to be-
request
Okay.
Public Works to attend our meeting.
Thank you.
Good evening, sirs. May I ask the board's indulgence? I'm sorry, I missed my cue for agenda item 3. It's a brief comment. May I?
Yes.
Thank you. On agenda item 3, thank you, Vice Chair Pratt, for your update on the District 3 MAC Alliance. And I would just like to add that the stars are aligning. The county is working on its general plan and the local area plan. So this is the constitution, if you will, for the county to plan its growth in the unincorporated areas, and that's us. So if you have dreams, if you have wishes, if there are needs that are not met, this is our chance to put it into the general plan and the local area plan and talk about lucky or great planning. You, your board and Earth and Worth are getting together to get your priorities straightened, and then you're working on a survey. That is great. So if there are unmet needs, such as if you have recreational needs that aren't being met, well, this is our chance to put that forward and say, well, how can we better serve this section of the lake, this section of the county? Because if it's not elevated, then people aren't going to see it. They're not going to realize it's a priority, and we won't have progress. So anyway, I just applaud you for your vision and your leadership to make things better for people in Lake County, especially, you know, in your district. So thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Tom Lasik again. I heard a comment earlier, and I just wanted to voice a counter argument or a counter viewpoint. And it's also in defense of the county supervisors and the county administration that does a lot of work to make our lake safe and vibrant. The rules around fish habitat, bird habitat, and things like that, that's not dictated necessarily by the county. That's California Department of Fish and Wildlife. And those are the laws. So I understand the previous public comments concern about that, but there are rules and regulations around doing construction during the nesting season and spawning seasons of various animal, including fish. So the idea is to just wait until their eggs hatch and they leave, and then you continue on with the construction operation. It's not the fault of the county, it's not the fault of the supervisors, it's not the fault of the Department of Water Resources, the Department, the Watershed Protection District. These are the environmental protection laws, these are the laws of the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. Maybe the person at the store didn't fully understand the nuance, but there's a reason for that. And if people can still be unhappy about it, but it'd be best to direct that to the right governmental agency and not throw our supervisors and our hardworking county officials under the bus for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any more public comments? Anything online? No? Okay. Do we have any, next item is announcements? Go for it.
Yes, I don't know how many of you all know, but the Redwood Food Bank used to distribute food here twice a month, and they've pulled out as of this month. And we started a petition that if anybody wants to sign it, we don't know why or whatever for sure, we're just asking them if they would meet with us and talk about if there's anything we could do to bring it back. mainly because of our walk-ups. They moved the food distribution from here. It merged with the one up at Running Creek, but that doesn't help the walk-ups. And the walk-ups have no place to get food. And approximately a third of our people that they distributed food to here, were walk-ups, and they were distributing somewhere between 275 and 300 families on each day. So anyway, I just wanted to let anybody know if they'd like to sign the petition. It's right up there. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other announcements? All right, well, hearing none, we'll adjourn the meeting at 6:26 PM. Thank you, everybody, for attending and participating. And don't forget to take part in all of those surveys.